everybody? Justin Cena here. How's it going? I've got a video that's going to for sure make you money with your Shopify store or with your e-commerce store, really with any online store at all. You're going to be able to make a lot of money because I'm going to be showing you a list of conversion rate optimizations that you can make to your Shopify store right now that are going to help you make more money. Very straightforward. I'm just going to go over a big list of different things that you could do into your store. They're going to really add effectiveness to your store. They're going to add revenue to your store by increasing your conversion rate. And let's jump right into it. So first of all, I want to define what conversion rate is. Super important. You need to fully understand what conversion rate is and why it's so important to your business. And it's really the most simple mathematical formula in the entire industry. All you're doing is dividing the number of sales you make by the total number of visits. And this could be on a daily basis. It could be on a lifetime basis. It could be over the past 7 days or 30 days. Basically, it's what's the effectiveness of your website in converting people from visiting to actually turning into customers, right? We could care less about having 10,000 visitors. We want 10,000 purchases, right? We want to have a conversion rate that's as high as possible. So let's say you have 10 sales out of 100 visits, 10 divided by 100, that's 10%. Okay, the higher the number, the higher the percentage, the more money you're going to make, okay? Let's say you had a 1% conversion rate. That would be only one sale out of 100 visits. If you had a 50% conversion rate, that would be 50 sales out of 100 visits. So the higher the number, the more money you're going to make, right? This doesn't involve changing your ad strategy. This doesn't involve scaling your ads. It doesn't involve taking out a loan and doing massive advertising to get more customers. We're basically going to focus on making the site perform better with the existing traffic. So if you have 100 customer or 100 visits to your site and you're typically making one sale, we want to turn that into 3 sales or 4 sales or 5 sales or 10 sales. Increasing the conversion rate is simply going to make you money, right? It's a direct correlation. The higher the conversion rate, the more money in your pocket, period. So let's go over some of the factors that actually play into your conversion rate optimization and what things are going to really move the needle. What's going to drive increasing your conversion rate? What are the things that you want to spend time on, and what are the things that you want to really focus on to increase that number? And store layout, store design with Shopify, the actual theme that you've chosen, super important, right? The overall look and feel of your site is incredibly important for conversion rate optimization. The same can be said for store functionality, user experience. How easy is it for a visitor to turn into a customer, right? How easy is it for them to get support? How easy is it for them to answer the questions in their own mind about, is this brand trustworthy? Are they going to deliver my items on time? Is this a good price? All these other different factors that have to do with user experience, probably the most important thing when it comes to conversion rate optimization. Then you have your trust factors. Like, these are your traditional things like trust badges, reviews, clear policy pages, clear support pages, contact information, fair policies, high quality imagery, all these things that really add to the trust of your overall site. And then even your copy, your voice, how you describe your products, how you write your ads, how you write your emails, how you speak to your audience and product descriptions and all the different copy elements that you have in your brand. They all have to do with conversion rate optimization. So what you want to do is really audit your entire site, in fact, your entire business, and you want to go through these 4 buckets and you say, okay, how can I improve the store design? Or how could I increase the trust factors? Or how could I increase the user experience for my customer? Or how do I have a better voice that really will help sell product, right? That's the whole magic sauce of conversion rate optimization. You're basically saying, okay, these are the factors that play into it. How do I improve them? So let's go over some ASAP ways that you could increase your conversion rate literally right now. Okay, first and foremost, increasing trust, right? You want to increase trust. You want to make sure your site doesn't look weird. I always call it kind of looking like a normal store. What exactly is a normal store? Well, just think about any store that you would never question trust on, Amazon, Target, whatever it is. You go to the store, you don't think about how the things are laid out. You just go and look at the products, right? We want trust to be subconscious, and that can happen through reviews, can happen through great imagery, a lot of different ways to do that. You want to drive attention to your add to cart buttons. You want to drive attention to your decision-making buttons. You want to have your page funneled down into the most important sections. You want to use color in the most prominent places where you need decision-making to happen. And that's, of course, the add to cart button, the checkout button, right? Any of these finalized buttons that actually lead to purchases, we want to make sure that we drive attention to those. We want to optimize the checkout page, that's for sure, right? We need the checkout page to be fully optimized, incredibly powerful. This is where we see a lot of drop-off in terms of people getting from interest to actually checking out and finishing. There's a lot of drop-off in between. When we customize the checkout page, when we optimize the checkout page, it gives us a lot of control over what the customer is going to see in those really important steps between interest and paying us. And of course, we need to get them to paying us ASAP. We want to improve user experience. That's an obvious one. We want to offer discounts on multiple quantity. This is a great way to increase conversion and increase your average order value at the same time, doing something like tiered discounts. Let's say they buy one, it's $20. If they buy two, it's $18 each. If they buy five, it's $12 each, etc. Those tiered discounts get them to buy more and increase conversion rate. Increasing site speed is totally underrated. A lot of people don't think about this one. You absolutely need to make sure that you always focus on site speed. If people leave the site because it's loading, then they can't buy. If they're getting annoyed because the site's taking a long time, they're not going to buy. So increasing site speed always helps. And generating leads to sell to later. How about that? Maybe if you have someone who's not going to turn into a customer, or they're not in a buying scenario, you want to capture their information. You want to be able to sell to them later. And these are all ways to increase your conversion rate, because again, we're working with the same traffic. We're not asking for more traffic. We're saying, okay, we have people coming to the site. We want to drive attention to the add to cart page. We have people coming to the site. We want to increase the site speed. We want to increase their user experience. We want to increase trust. We want to increase the amount of leads that we generate, because these are going to turn into sales. And again, conversion rate directly proportionate with sales. And these are some really powerful ways that you could increase that conversion rate for sure. So I want to show you how you could optimize your site with really a incredibly powerful app. It's called the Sales Rocket Shopify app. I'm going to show you how it's going to be able to increase conversion rate. Let's go over the shoulder right now, and I'm going to show you it. You can also see the link below this video, but I'll show you it right now. So this is the Sales Rocket app, and as you see over here, it's 30, actually more than 30 apps all in one, and you see it's got a great 4.8 out of 5-star review over here in the Shopify App Store. And I'm going to walk you through exactly why I use Sales Rocket and what things it can do to help increase conversion rate in your store, and how it's going to be able to do it pretty quickly. So, and again, actually, you see the link below this video. You can get Sales Rocket directly in your Shopify store. It's just one app to install, and you get all these different features that I'm going to walk through. So definitely hit that link below this video. And here are some of the things that are offered in Sales Rocket. Overall, it's talking about basically having an all-in-one app, having a lot of different things to, in some cases, boost conversion rate, reduce cart abandonment, capture more leads, protect the store, integrate with Instagram, all that great stuff. And really the cool thing is that it has a lot of features, but they're not all added at once. And they actually do it in a really smart way, so where your page speed won't be affected, and if anything, will actually be affected positively, because you're probably going to be able to remove some other apps that are installed. And again, they do a really great job of keeping their apps small in terms of code size, keeping images and scripts optimized and minified, basically just meaning they're as small of files as possible to make sure that they never add any reduction in site speed. And like I said, you'll be able to probably uninstall a lot of other apps, which are therefore going to speed up your site. And really, it's just a great framework that they've built. They talk about kind of it a little bit more in depth on their site. But the idea here is that they're going to be able to really offer all these different apps at once, but not turn them on, not load them into the site until you really decide to have them, keeping site speed as fast as possible. And here are some of the different ones out there. And I'm going to go over some of these, and I'm going to call more attention to some of my favorite ones, some of the ones that you really want to pay attention to, some of the ones that are going to increase your conversion rate the most, and really most importantly, make you the most money. So I'll try to give you some great examples. Now, in terms of the conversion rate boosters, they have things like stock countdown, add to cart button ribbon, which I think is pretty unique. I'm going to show you that in a second. Sales pop notifications, you've seen those, where it literally talks about recent sales, giving a lot of trust and credibility to your store, right? Product reactions, basically just review type things. Following emojis, animated add to cart, animated checkout button. These two are, again, pretty unique, just like the add to cart button ribbon. Some of the more unique things that people can do to really add attention to the decision-making buttons. Those add to cart or the checkout buttons that are super important. They have countdown timers as well. And I'll come over here. This is just a little sample, but here's a little ribbon. See the ribbon over here? And you see on hover, it gets a little bit bigger. As I hover my mouse over, it starts to kind of pulse or flash. So, and again, they have all of them on right now. You don't need to turn all of them on. You can kind of pick and choose. Here's some tiered discounts, which are also really powerful. I'll go over that in a second. But just little different things that you can do to change the way that your page looks, to change the way that your site looks, to change the way that the buttons interact. See over here, again, this flash, a little bit different, and it's just a great option to have, because it's going to make your site kind of stand out, and especially make the decision-making pages stand out. So we're going to come back over here just to this list over here. Reduce cart abandonment. You saw that there was a timer, basically saying your cart is reserved for, I think it was 10 minutes. You could set that in the options. They have a shipping bar in terms of talking about free shipping or shipping discounts. Cart reserved, cart fave icon. You'll see that over there as we come back into that. You see the cart over here with the actual number of items in the cart. So that's kind of cool. Again, something to stand out. They have the inactive tab. So you see them over here. It says don't forget this in the tab. When I come back over here, it says your shopping cart. But if I click out, it goes back to don't forget this. It's called the inactive tab. Cart fave icon. The cart reserved. It's right over here. You see the cart reserved for 10 minutes. Another thing I think you saw was the Wheel of Fortune app. It's the exit intent slider that pops up when you are motioning to actually leave the site. There you go, right there. So that is a nice extra feature that you get in there as well. It does to capture more leads. If people are going to leave, if they're not going to buy, right, it only pops up on exit intent, right, when the user has the or makes the mouse motions to exit. That's when this will pop up. So it's a really popular app. You get this included inside of it. So, you know, if you're using a lot of different apps like that, you could really remove them, save a lot of money by going with Sales Rocket, just because there's so many different apps. And you don't need to use them all at once. Improve experience. So search autocomplete. I think this is something that's pretty cool in terms of actually searching, having, you see it in Google all the time, right, where it actually gives suggestions in terms of what to search for. I love that. And currency converter, that definitely works. Page speed optimizer, like I talked about earlier, you know, something that is going to ensure that you're only loading the necessary scripts and files that are 100% required, therefore keeping your page speed as high as possible because you're just not loading a lot of you know, unnecessary elements like other apps will do. Volume discounts, really love this, right? You saw this over here. Let me go back to this site. This is a really great and powerful thing to use, right? So inventory discounts. So it's a call to action. So it increases your conversion rate because it's another call to action. There's add to cart, but this is a secondary call to action to buy more. So this is very powerful. And it's you know, another built-in feature here. You could set the discounts based on what tier of inventory they buy, 2 to 4, 5 to 9, 10 plus. You could set it to 2 to 3 or 50 plus, whatever you want. You could set it and set the percentage as well. Again, this is all inside of the Sales Rocket app. Frequently bought together, related products. These are built-in related products and cross-selling functions of the app. It's going to help you make more money. Quick add to cart button, quick view. You see those on the category pages, and you might have seen these in some other themes. Here you have the quick view, and this works with any theme. It doesn't matter because this is added on via the app, not the theme. So that's going to work anywhere. Pre-orders, you could also set those up to accept payment for pre-orders. Shoppable Instagram feed. That's another thing that's going to be popular. It integrates your Instagram feed automatically. You have Cookies Bar Protection Plus. You could hide your best-selling product catalog so other people won't be able to find and steal from your store in terms of do product research from your store. And just little other things that are powerful. You saw the agree to terms and conditions inside of the cart page. I'll show you that again. Just another thing to kind of help with disputes, chargebacks. You have that in there automatically. Geo redirect. You could have different versions of pages or product pages depending on actually where the user is located. This is often typical. People and brands will do this for different currency pages. Remove branding in terms of Shopify, opening external links and new tabs. Back to top button. These are all like just little additions that have been added in to the store. You see the back to top little icon there. Little additions to tweak and increase your conversion rate, because that's the name of the game. We want to increase our conversion rate as much as possible. And again, you turn these on one by one. You don't need to have them all on or all off. You have all of that, and it's all within one click. Super easy. You can get these installed within a couple minutes. And again, you see that link directly below. I've got an exclusive offer just for you, just for watching this video and for being part of my community. So make sure you check the link. But Sales Rocket, incredibly powerful, right? I really highly recommend it for a couple reasons. Obviously, because it's a ton of different apps in one. The interface is great on the back end. The front end is great. Everything looks good. It works with really any theme. And I think the most important thing, especially with apps like this, is you're never going to see any reduction in page speed, right? They're only loading the scripts that you choose to load. So it's not all 30 at once. It's not loading unnecessary files. All the files are as small as possible, minified. They're in great, just great shape in terms of well-optimized code for page speed. So, it's a common concern with apps like these where there's a lot of different apps in one. Sales Rocket does it the best. You're not going to see any reduction in page speed at all. So it's a really all-in-one app, more than 30 in one. I really hope that you can find some value in this. Again, an exclusive link for you below this video. And again, I highly recommend Sales Rocket. Just incredible value, and they do it really well. So take a look at the link below this video. I know you're going to absolutely love Sales Rocket. And most importantly, I really hope this helps you make some money today.